Hello Nigerians and my wonderful subscribers, you're welcome back to this channel and thank you for joining me once again. Now let me tell you that what is happening in Nigeria recently, this protest has shown that Ahmed Bola Tinubu is not the mandate of the people. In fact, it is clear that Nigerians never wanted Ahmed Bola Tinubu, rather he imposed himself on Nigerians through the INEC and the judiciary. I can tell you that for free. And of course the result is clear for us to see. When you are not the people's mandate, the people will never be comfortable with your policies, and that is what is happening to Ahmed Bola Tinubu. You know, some of his allies have claimed that Ahmed Bola Tinubu is the people's mandate, that he earned majority of the votes and all of that. Now I want you to listen to the renowned journalist Seun of Atrøcitie TV as he publicly and openly tells Tinubu's ally, governor of Ogun State, Biodun Dapo, that Tinubu did not win majority of Nigerians. Now before I show you that, you need to listen to this BBC News and how they analyze this particular protest taking place in Nigeria, and when we come back we'll analyze the video and then move on.
Meanwhile, police in Nigeria have put all security forces on red alert. That's after protests on Thursday, which left at least 13 people dead. Thousands walked through the streets across the country to protest against poor governance in Nigeria, corruption and the increasing cost of living in what is Africa's most populous nation. The human rights group Amnesty International says 13 people were killed by the security forces as they tried to break up the protests. It has accused police officers of shooting indiscriminately at peaceful demonstrators. Well, Akin Bode Oluwafemi is Executive Director of Corporate Accountability and Public Participation Africa. That is a pan-African organisation helping local communities. He told me what is behind those protests in Nigeria.
At the heart of the protests currently in Nigeria is the economic hardship that Nigerians have been facing since this government, came to power. And I must say that when this government came in May 29, there were lots of hopes. There were high hopes that given what the current president did in Lagos, he will be able to replicate that at the national level. But it appears that hope has been dashed. The economic recovery does not seem to be in sight. And there were economic policies that this government have embarked upon, like the removal of subsidies, floating the naira, which is Nigeria's currency, higher electricity bills that have eaten very deep into the pocket of Nigeria. And most importantly is the fact that, the basic cost of living, food prices have jumped so high, energy, transportation, and the rest of them. And when you look at the main theme of this protest, it is end hunger, end bad governance. Nigerians are saying you cannot be saying we should, brace up. The government is saying, things will ease up at some point. But government officials are, living in flamboyant lifestyles, buying SUVs and the rest of them. And they're saying, look, we've got to address the issue of governance, good governance, corruption in Nigeria, and then this. There must be development, prosperity, not only for a few, but all Nigerians. Nigerians are hungry, and when you're hungry, you're going to be angry. That's at the heart of this protest.
Okay, so that's what's at the heart of it in your view. And then when you hear that news that at least 13 protesters have been shot dead, I mean, we don't know the exact numbers, it may be more than that in fact. What is your reaction when you hear that those people have died?
Well, it's so sad that anytime there are peaceful protests in Nigeria, some people try to hijack it for whatever motive. There have been claims and counter-claims of who has done what. Some areas like Lagos, the protests have been peaceful, largely peaceful. But of course, there have been violence in quite about 8 northern states where 4 are declared 24 hours curfew. It's very sad. We have said that for us, it is the right of citizens to peacefully protest. It's part of democracy. It is the responsibility of government to protect Nigerian citizens. It's also the responsibility of government to ensure that criminals or hoodlums or whatever name they might want to call it, who might want to hijack this kind of situation, are reining in so that Nigerians are prevented from dying needless deaths. Again,
but I mean, you don't think the security forces have been trigger happy in shooting people dead?
Yeah, so there have been claims and counter-claims. We think that the security forces should not use maximum force. We don't think the kind of force that was displayed in Abuja was necessary. And we also think that government being very high-handed, restricting Nigerians to where they can protest and not protest, it's the kind of situation that brings this kind of violence. And so we have said that the Nigerian government needs to reorientate the police force to know that it is the democratic rights of Nigerians to protest and protest peacefully.
That's Akinbode Oluwafemi there, speaking about the latest situation and the protests in Nigeria.
Now, guys, I believe you heard that. How the security operatives are killing and shooting at our peaceful protesters who are not even armed. That is to show you that our security operatives are not professionals. I'm telling you the truth. These people are not well trained. Tomorrow now they will come out with their own propaganda telling us how it wasn't them that, shot these people that are being found there during the protest. Tomorrow, Ahmed Bola Tinubu and his allies will now come up with their own propaganda to deceive gullible Nigerians. But this particular protest, that was actually a peaceful one, has taken about 13 lives as a result of the unprofessionalism in the part of the security operatives here in Nigeria. Now, moving on from there, let's listen to Seun of Atrøcitie TV as he openly tells Nigerians that Ahmed Bola Tinubu never won majority of the votes during that 2023 general election. And when we come back, we'll analyze the video and wrap up.
Watching and seeing people going to the street in hunger agitation across the land. Just in 30 seconds, what would you be saying to them?
So, majority of Nigerians voted for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And the majority of Nigerians...
Governor, majority of Nigerians didn't vote for Bola Tinubu. The figures didn't say so. The figures didn't say so. It's one of the lowest. It's one of the lowest votes margin that we have seen in presidential election in years, sir.
No, what I'm saying is he won the election.
Yes, he won the election, yes, but the margin of victory compared to several other elections is one of the lowest that we have seen. It's a keenly contested election where we have three contenders share the votes largely.
He majorly won that election, Shehu. And that says one thing. Those that wanted him to be president were far more than those that didn't want him to be president. The problem we have today is that Nigerians are sore losers. Rather than decide or accept the fact that if you want a regime change, wait till 2027. Don't begin to sponsor faceless, leaderless protests under the guise that you are dissatisfied. Yes, like I said, the current reality is not peculiar to Nigeria alone. What we are feeling here in Ghana, there were protests in Ghana yesterday. There are protests in London today, in the UK. So what are we talking about, Shehu? So, like I said, the medicine for a headache is not to cut off the head. We must all work together, join hands together, and speak to each other. Let us have a dialogue that is constructive, knowing that you have a responsive administration in place.
Now, I believe you heard that when the governor wanted to make unrealistic claims that majority of Nigerians voted Ahmed Bola Tinubu, Seun has to come in to let him know that particular election, Ahmed Bola Tinubu never won majority of Nigerians. And that is reflected by what is happening today. But listening to that particular governor and what he has to say, calling Nigerians sore losers, is really unacceptable. You don't expect Nigerians to sit down and fold their arms and wait till 2027 while they are being in a hardship, hunger. Who knows if we are going to be alive till that 2027 to begin to talk about voting another person? Which, of course, we know the plans and the intention is to rig that 2027 general election once again. In fact, Nigerians are not losers. They are the coward. Ahmed Bola Tinubu and his ally, they are the coward. Because after hearing the cries and this particular protest that Nigerian youths have engaged themselves in, yet they refuse to come out publicly to address Nigerian youths. It goes a long way to tell that there is no chemistry, no contact, no communication between the presidency and the masses. And of course, that is also a reflection that he never won majority of the people. I will stop this video here and let's drop a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel.